candidates for tonight's debate are the incumbent Lauren Nouse of the Republican Party, Olivia Staub of the Democratic Party, and Carrie Atkins of the Independent Party. You each have 30 seconds for opening remarks. The first one will go to the incumbent, Ms. Lauren Nouse.
Hello, I am Lauren Nouse, the current Director of Public Services for Soulfire, and I would just like to thank Mr. Depew for hosting this debate tonight, and my campaign manager, Anna Davis, for being awesome, the Soulfire Public Broadcasting for having us here today, and our opponents for agreeing to do this debate, and definitely the Republican Party.
Olivia Staub.
I'm Olivia Staub. I am the Democratic candidate, and I would like to thank Mr. Bryce Depew for being our moderator this evening. I would also like to thank the Democratic Party for getting me this far, and Soulfire for just being the town that inspired me to do this.
I'm Carrie Atkins, and I am the candidate for the Independent Party, and I want to thank Mr. Depew for being our moderator for tonight, and also the Independent Party for sponsoring me, as well as my opponents, and the City of Soulfire for inspiring me to be in this position.
All right, our first question will go to the incumbent, Ms. Lauren, to do about the excessive litter in our parks.
Well, there's definitely a big issue with pollution, and we have worked during my term on getting more trucks and workers to come and pick up the trash for this litter. But I would have a day where we can celebrate an Earth Day almost and help collect all the trash from all the parks and inform people about being more environmentally friendly.
Okay, Ms. Olivia Staub.
Well, I do believe that would be effective. That is a temporary fix, and I believe we need something that would be more long-term. So I would like to create a program called Keep Soulfire Clean, which would go from school to school informing children about the harms of litter. And I would also like to increase the amount of trash cans and recycling bins in the parks so we can give more of an opportunity to get the trash off the ground.
Thank you. Ms. Carrie Atkins.
As well as Olivia Staub said, I would include more trash cans and recycling bins in the parks, as well as create cleanup groups and include park safety as well, and also inform those in the parks with signs about the harms of littering as well.
All right, you have 30 seconds for your rebuttal statement.
Well, I do agree with my opponents about we need more trash cans and recycle bins. I do not agree that celebrating an Earth Day or having cleanup days are only a temporary fix, because I feel like it'll help get the community involved and wanting to help out with cleaning up the litter.
Okay, Ms. Staub.
As Ms. Atkins said, creating a weekly parks cleanup and safety team would be a great add-on to our town, because not only would they be able to help with the litter problem, they could also help with keeping the safety regulations of our handrails and stuff like that.
I think that, again, like my opponent said, would be very helpful, and I do like the idea of an Earth Day, but again, that is just a temporary thing.
All right, our next question will go to Ms. Olivia Staub of the Democratic Party. What do you see as a fair punishment for those who are found to be littering and destroying our community's parks?
Well, I do not think there should be so much of a punishment as we should inform them not to do it anymore. I believe that we should have them come in and clean up the parks for a day or maybe for a week, but something that would teach them that littering is harmful to the parks and that cleaning up is the way to go as it keeps Soulfire green.
Okay. Carrie Atkins.
I definitely think that informing them is the way to go, not necessarily punishing them, especially if it's just a first offense. I think that just telling them about the dangers of litter and why it's important to not litter would be more important than punishing them.
Ms. Nouse.
I do agree with what Olivia had mentioned about having them come and clean up the parks. They could do community service because they definitely did wrong by littering, and they could do community service for the parks and maybe even help clean up the parks for future